Do you ever feel like your view of God is too small? Well, today on FooteNotes, we're going to look at a way to change that. Hi, this is Pastor Bill, Senior Pastor of Grace Springs Bible Church in Irvine, California. If you're new to the channel, could you hit the subscribe, like, and notification buttons? Now, we all know the way we view God affects our lives in so many ways, doesn't it? The larger our concept of God, the greater our faith will be, and the greater our faith, the better we will handle the circumstances that life throws at us. But if our God is small in our mind, it will be hard to rest when our problems are big. So I know in my life I need a big God. I need a huge God. But how can I do that? Is that even possible in the midst of this daily routine where everything seems to be reduced down to the trivial? Fortunately, God has placed us in an environment that continually proclaims how great He is. We live in a God-drenched creation that has His fingerprints all over it. The miracle of birth, the beauty of flowers, the power of crashing waves at the seaside, and the song of birds that are all around us. Creation is constantly preaching a sermon about the greatness of its Maker, if we will just open our eyes. Let me tell you about one of my favorite ways to contemplate the majesty of my Lord. I like to pray in my office at night. I turn out the lights, turn on some worship music, and I gaze into the evening sky. Now, I know the planets change their position in the sky during different times of year, but when I wrote this, I could see the Moon, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus in a very close placement. It was awesome. So I decided to do some investigation and discovered that Venus is 123 million miles away, Mars is 193 million miles, Jupiter is 468 million miles, and Saturn is 932 million miles from Earth. And the amazing thing is, I can see them. But that's really nothing. Low in the northern hemisphere, I can see Arcturus, a giant star that is 26 times the size of our sun and is a mere 215 trillion miles away. Now, this is all in the Milky Way galaxy, which is really a puny galaxy in the universe. It has a diameter of up to 200,000 light years. Now, 1 light year is how far light travels in a year, which is about 6 trillion miles. But if we're going to estimate the size of the entire universe, we have to throw in up to another 200 billion galaxies. And the estimated size of the observable universe is 46 billion light years. So just multiply 46 billion by 6 trillion and you'll have an idea of how big that is in miles. As far as I can tell, that is 276 with 23 zeros after it. Now think of this scripture, Isaiah 40 verse 12. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of His hand, or with the breadth of His hand marked off the heavens? And so the universe, all 46 billion light years, fit within the span of my Father's hand. Now, to get an idea of what that means, take a ballpoint pen and put the tiniest dot in the middle of your hand. That would be just the Milky Way galaxy in His. Listen, that is a God who is worthy of worship and a God who can handle all of our problems. Psalm 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands." So do you need to see how big God is? Well, look up. The heavens are constantly telling you. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below. And while you're doing that, hit that subscribe and notify button. God bless you.